Welcome back to Story Time. My name is Miss Smith, and today we get to read a book that is so silly. It's maybe one of my favorite books of all time. And I know some kids say, Miss Smith, you say that about all the books. But I really do love this one. It's called Stop That Pickle. Can you read that? Stop that pickle. You got it. This is a story about a funny little pickle who escapes from his jar and is chased by a lot of other foods. It's kind of silly. Okay, before we read it, I want to show you something about the number 9. Did you hear it? The number 9. And you might notice on my board, Miss Smith, that doesn't look like a 9 pattern. That looks like our old 8 pattern. Will you see if you still remember how to count it? And we'll start with the 6 part first. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You got it. That is an 8 pattern the way it is right now. If I want to make it a 9 pattern, I have to add one more dot. Point if you think you know where the 9th dot will go. Point if you think you know. Ding, 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 ding. A lot of kids said right there in the middle. Now it's a 9 pattern. I wonder, could you say that starting now? Ready? Now it's a 9 pattern. And I count it like this, just in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Can you try it? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice job. That's our 9 pattern. So I want to read, Stop that pickle. And you might notice when we read this book, there's nowhere that it ever talks about the number 9. But I will tell you that all the foods together make 9 foods. So actually, I wonder if we should check this with our fingers. Will you echo me? I'll tell you the foods that are going to be in this book. Echo me and let's count how many foods it's going to be. I think it's 9, but we should probably make sure. Okay, so my turn first. Say peanut butter and jelly sandwich, peanut butter and jelly sandwich, pretzel, pretzel, apple, apple, almonds, almonds, raisins, raisins, donut, donut, grape juice, ice cream cone, pickle, pickle. Yeah, so there's going to be 9 foods in this book that have an adventure as they try to stop that pickle. Okay, let's find out what happens. It was lunchtime when Miss Elmira Deeds waddled into Mr. Adolph's deli. She's going to go in there to hopefully buy some lunch. I would like a pickle, please, she said. Why, certainly, said Mr. Adolph, wiping his hands. He unscrewed the lid on a giant pickle jar and looked inside. There was only one fat pickle left floating in the brine. The brine means the salt water. Can you see that pickle just floating in the brine? Mr. Adolph tried to spear the pickle with a long fork, but each time he did, the pickle swam to the other side of the jar. This pickle did not want to be eaten. Oh, look, you can tell he's kind of scared. He says, I don't want to be someone's lunch. Can you say that? Ready? I don't want to be someone's lunch. Mr. Adolph was rather embarrassed by this turn of events, and he began to dig around in a drawer for some tongs. Tongs are a type of tool you can use to grab something instead of poke and spear something. As he was doing this, the pickle climbed out of the jar on its little green legs, darted across the counter, and ran out the door. Eek! Said Miss Elmira Deeds. She's kind of surprised to see a pickle running on legs out the door. I wonder, can you say eek like she did, like you're surprised and scared? Ready? Eek! Good. No one had ever seen a pickle move quite so fast. Stop that pickle! Shouted Mr. Adolph, giving chase. Down the street ran the pickle. Can you say it like he did? Stop that pickle! Ready? Stop that pickle! Good. You could see he's so upset. Who ever heard of a pickle outrunning a man? Mr. Adolph quickly pooped out and had to sit down on the curb. Reclining on a nearby plate, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich heard the alarm and leapt up. Everyone knows that a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is not the fastest sandwich in the world, but it does have great endurance. That means it can't run very fast, but it can run for a long time. The sandwich chugged after the pickle. "Stop that pickle!" it shouted. Can you do it in a peanut butter and jelly voice? Ready? "Stop that pickle!" You got it. And look at the pickle's just smiling. He thinks it's kind of funny that the peanut butter and jelly sandwich is chasing him too now. As the pickle and the peanut butter and jelly sandwich passed a bake shop, a fat braided pretzel climbed down from the counter and stumbled into the street. It ran a few steps behind the peanut butter sandwich, scattering sesame seeds as it went. "Stop that pickle!" cried the pretzel. Can you do it like him? Ready? "Stop that pickle!" You got it. And the pickle's still smiling. Enjoying the sun on a nearby tree, a lovely green pippin apple heard the pretzel's cry and shook itself loose to join the chase. It rolled down every hill it could. The pippin apple looks kind of excited, like, "Hey, I want to chase a pickle." A crowd of toasted almonds, 17 of them, came skittering down the street. Where they came from is anybody's guess. "Stop that pickle!" they peeped with their little almond voices. Can you do it in a little almond voice? Stop that pickle. Ready? "Stop that pickle!" You got it. Oh my goodness, even the almonds want to catch the pickle. A scurrying crowd of raisins and a cake donut, there's the cake donut, came right behind. The last to join the parade were a cool bottle of grape juice and an elegant vanilla ice cream cone sprinkled with chocolate. They all had just one thing to say. Do you know it? "Stop that pickle!" And look, that little pickle is still smiling. I think he's pretty confident that he's faster than everyone else. Because look what it says. But the pickle was too fast for them all. He had a great time zigging and zagging and thumbing his green pickle nose at his pursuers. That means he had a great time being like, "You can't catch me." Can you do that like him? Ready? "You can't catch me." Good. Sometimes he would stop and read a newspaper to give them a chance to catch up. They were the slowest food he'd ever seen. And look, he's reading a newspaper, and the title of the story on the cover says, "Pickle Escapes." They're writing about him in the newspaper. On and on went the chase. It seemed that it would never end when, oof, rounding a corner, the pickle collided with a young boy. That means they crashed into each other. Oh dear. Stunned, the pickle lay there. The collision had knocked the wind out of him. If it knocks the wind out of him, it means he can't even breathe. He's just laying there going, Can you do that? Ready? Good. Quickly, all of his pursuers gathered around. "You've caught the pickle!" they all cried to the boy. "What should I do with him?" he asked. "Why, eat him, of course!" they shouted. They were all a little bit beside themselves. "He's just a silly pickle." What do you think? Do you think the boy should eat the pickle or should not eat the pickle? Show me what you think. Show me. Okay. Maybe a couple kids say he should eat the pickle. Most kids say, "No way, don't eat the pickle." Let's see what he does. Now it just so happened that the boy had been playing hard all morning long and somehow had misplaced his lunchbox. He was terribly hungry. He looked at the pickle, who immediately began to cry big, briny tears. The boy had a better idea. Oh, I wonder what he's going to do. He ate the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the fat braided pretzel, the lovely green pippin apple, the 17 toasted almonds, the handful of raisins, the cake donut, and drank the bottle of grape juice. Finally, he polished off the ice cream cone. The only thing left was the pickle. Oh, and now is he going to eat it? The boy looked at the pickle and shook his head. Who ever heard of eating a pickle after ice cream? Stop that pickle! And there he goes. Can you say it one more time? Ready? Stop that pickle! You got it. Okay, guess what I just realized? Maybe we should go back a page and we should check all of the foods that he ate plus the pickle. Does it really make 9? Can you count as I read it from the page? He ate the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, the fat braided pretzel, the lovely green pippin apple, the 17 toasted almonds, the handful of raisins. Are we at 5? Okay. The cake donut, and drank the bottle of grape juice. Finally, he polished off the ice cream cone. The only thing left was the pickle. 5 and 4 made 9. Can you say that? 5 and 4 made 9. You got it. I love this book, and I love that in the end, the pickle gets away. Because nobody wants to eat a pickle after eating an ice cream cone. That would be silly. Okay, before we're all done, do you still remember how to count the 9 pattern? Can you do it with me starting 1? Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Nice job. Like 9 foods in a story about stopping a pickle. That's so silly. Good listening today. See you next time. Bye.